Thomas Blaine stumbled out of the teleportation booth, his eyes scanning the unfamiliar surroundings. He had materialized in a gleaming white corridor, lined with doors that seemed to stretch on forever. A soft, velvet voice whispered directions in his ear, guiding him towards his destination. As he walked, the corridor shifted and flexed around him, like a sentient creature. Thomas's stomach lurched with each step, as if he were navigating a maze designed by a madman. He clutched the small, intricately carved box in his hand, his only tangible connection to the mission that had brought him here. The box, adorned with cryptic symbols, seemed to thrum with an otherworldly energy. It was said to contain a fragment of the cosmic egg, a relic rumored to hold the secrets of the universe. Thomas's employer, the enigmatic organization known only as the Syndicate, would stop at nothing to claim it. A door slid open with a soft hiss, revealing a cavernous chamber filled with glittering orbs of light. Thomas's destination, a pedestal at the room's center, beckoned him. Upon it rested a small, glowing globe, surrounded by an aura of soft, pulsing blue. Thomas approached the pedestal, his heart pounding in anticipation. As he reached out to claim the globe, the room began to spin, colors bleeding together in a mad swirl. The velvet voice whispered a single, ominous phrase in his ear: "Temporal congruence imminent," and the world around Thomas dissolved into a kaleidoscope of fractured timelines. The pedestal, the globe, and the chamber itself began to blur and overlap, as if reality was folding in upon itself. Thomas stumbled, his senses reeling from the temporal chaos. The box in his hand pulsed with an intense, golden light, as if the cosmic egg fragment was responding to the distortions. A ghostly figure coalesced before him, its features shifting and rippling like the surface of a pond. Thomas recognized the face, yet couldn't quite place it. The figure spoke in a voice that was both familiar and strange, its words laced with an otherworldly cadence. "Welcome, Thomas Blaine. You have entered the Nexus of Echoes, where the fabric of time is woven and unwoven. You have been chosen to fulfill an obligation." The figure's face solidified, revealing a woman with piercing green eyes and skin like polished marble. She extended a hand, and Thomas felt an inexplicable sense of longing, as if he had known her in a past life. "Who are you?" Thomas asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "I am Arianna," the woman replied, her smile a distant memory. "Your guide, your adversary, and your only hope. Together, we shall navigate the labyrinth of destinies, for the sake of the cosmos and your own." As Arianna spoke, the chamber around them stabilized, the timelines converging like streams flowing back into a single river. The globe on the pedestal began to glow with an intense, pulsing light, as if it had become a beacon, drawing Thomas into the heart of the Nexus. Arianna's hand closed around Thomas's, her touch sending shivers down his spine. Together, they stepped forward, and the pedestal began to glow with an intense, blinding light. The globe at its center expanded, enveloping them in a warm, golden radiance. The Nexus of Echoes dissolved around them, replaced by a void of pure white. Thomas felt himself being pulled through a tunnel of swirling colors, the cosmic egg fragment pulsating in rhythm with his own heartbeat. When the light faded, Thomas found himself standing on a desolate, crimson-hued plain. The sky above was a deep, burning orange, and the air reeked of ozone and smoke. Arianna stood beside him, her eyes fixed on the horizon. "This is the realm of the Time Reavers," she said, her voice low and somber. "A dimension of discord, where the very fabric of time is unraveled." As she spoke, a procession of twisted, cyclopean structures marched across the horizon, their turrets and spires reaching toward the burning sky like skeletal fingers. The air was filled with the screams of tortured chronology, the howls of forgotten eras. Arianna gestured toward the approaching structures. "The Time Reavers' stronghold lies within. There we shall find the architect of the Nexus, the master weaver of the time stream." Thomas's grip on the box tightened, the cosmic egg fragment pulsating with an otherworldly energy. He sensed that the mission had only just begun, that the stakes were far greater than he had ever imagined. "What lies within the stronghold?" Thomas asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Arianna's smile was a fleeting, enigmatic thing. "The secrets of the cosmos and the truth about your own destiny, Thomas Blaine." As they stepped forward, the crimson plane seemed to swallow them whole, the twisted structures looming before them like the maws of time itself. The air grew thick with anticipation as Thomas and Arianna approached the stronghold. The cyclopean structures loomed above them, their twisted spires reaching toward the burning sky like skeletal fingers. The screams of tortured chronology grew louder, a cacophony of discordant time streams. As they entered the stronghold, the walls seemed to writhe and twist around them, like a living, breathing entity. The air was heavy with the scent of temporal decay, and Thomas's skin crawled with the feeling of being outside the natural flow of time. Arianna led him through labyrinthine corridors, dodging shoals of temporal eddies that threatened to rip them from the time stream. They navigated mazes of mirrors, where reflections of alternate selves stared back at them, their eyes accusing and cold. At last, they arrived at a door that seemed to be woven from the very fabric of time itself. The door pulsed with an energy that resonated with the cosmic egg fragment in Thomas's hand. Arianna raised her hand, and the door dissolved into a shimmering veil of possibilities. Beyond the veil, Thomas saw a figure shrouded in shadows, its presence warping the fabric of time around it. "Behold, the architect of the Nexus," Arianna whispered, her voice barely audible over the din of clashing timelines. As Thomas stepped forward, the figure began to take shape, its features slowly resolving into those of a man with skin like polished onyx and eyes that burned with an inner fire. "Welcome, Thomas Blaine," the architect said, its voice like the ticking of a cosmic clock. "I have been waiting for you. You bring with you the key to unlocking the secrets of the cosmos." Thomas felt a shiver run down his spine as the architect's eyes locked onto the cosmic egg fragment. "You possess the first piece of the Celestial Triad," the architect said, its voice dripping with an otherworldly hunger. "Together, we can unlock the gates of eternity." The architect's words trailed off, and Thomas felt a strange sense of unease. He sensed that he was on the precipice of a discovery that would change the course of human history forever. But at what cost? As Thomas hesitated, the architect's eyes flashed with an intense, otherworldly energy. The air around them began to distort, as if the very fabric of reality was warping to accommodate the architect's presence. "The Celestial Triad," the architect continued, its voice weaving a hypnotic spell around Thomas, "holds the secrets of creation itself. With the Triad, I can reshape the cosmos in my image, bending the threads of time and space to my will." Arianna's hand on Thomas's arm tightened, her grip like a warning. But Thomas was transfixed by the architect's words, his mind reeling with the implications of such power. "What do you mean?" Thomas asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "I shall remake the universe," the architect said, its eyes blazing with an unholy light. "I shall create a new reality, one where time is mine to command. And you, Thomas Blaine, shall be the key to unlocking this new era." As the architect spoke, the room around them began to dissolve, the walls and ceiling melting away like wax in a furnace. Thomas felt himself being drawn into a vortex of swirling colors, the cosmic egg fragment pulsating in rhythm with the architect's words. Arianna's grip on his arm tightened, her voice a whispered warning in his ear. "Thomas, do not trust him. He will use you, and then discard you like a discarded thread in the tapestry of time." But Thomas was entranced, his mind reeling with the possibilities. He felt the weight of the cosmic egg fragment in his hand and the secrets it held. He felt the power of the Celestial Triad and the promise of unlimited power it offered. "I'll do it," Thomas said, his voice firm, yet trembling with anticipation. "I'll help you unlock the secrets of the Triad." The architect's eyes flashed with triumph, and the room around them erupted into a blaze of light, as if the very fabric of reality was being rewritten.